What's up, guys? So today we're going to talk about something I get asked about constantly. Which characters I have been personally asking the devs to bring to Marvel Strike Force. As many people know, I'm a member of the Fox Next Envoy program, which means I can send messages and requests directly to the community managers. That said, I mainly only message Cerebro about important matters, as Zeke's is generally incompetent and shouldn't be trusted with brushing her own hair in the morning, let alone passing along an important message. Anyway, I get a ton of messages on an almost daily basis that essentially say, hey, can you tell the devs to add Batman to the game? He's my favorite character and it would be super cool to be able to imagine him kicking ass on War Defense. Or, hey, can you please tell the devs to add Hello Kitty to the game? I think Hello Kitty is awesome and she could do some cool moves with her tentacles, just like in this video I saw. Obviously, I can't pass along every suggestion for every requested character to the devs, so I try to skip over the more obvious requests. The most common ones I get are characters like Silver Surfer, Gambit, and Rogue, and I don't bother passing those along because I'm sure the devs have already considered those characters. They have an internal list of several hundred characters they want to add already drafted. Instead, I focus on lesser known but undeniably awesome Marvel characters, and I repeatedly harass FoxNext about them until Cerebro shouts something involving the phrase "by Odin's beard" and/or "stop bothering me." So today I'm going to break down the top 5 Marvel characters that I've been asking the devs for. We'll count them down in order of awesomeness, and I'll include a few honorable mentions at the end that I've been wanting to annoy the devs about, but I haven't because I don't want to make too many requests all at once. Got it? Cool. Kicking us off at number 5, the Slug. Also known as Ulysses X Lugman, the supervillain known as the Slug first appeared as an enemy of Captain America and later makes appearances going up against the likes of Daredevil, Punisher, Doctor Strange, and even Spider-Man. His powers include a gifted intellect and a keen strategic mind. He's literally too fat to move, weighing over 1,000 pounds, but unlike Blob, has no way to compensate for his weight, and therefore can only be moved around via motorized forklifts fitted with tank treads. What really sells me on the Slug is that he has been known to asphyxiate his victims in the folds of his flesh. I'd love to see what FoxNext's art department could come up with while trying to bring such horrifying finishing animations to life. Fun fact, the Slug's creator once remarked, "At the time, I thought a 1,200-pound man was a bit far-fetched, but I've since read about such a guy in People magazine." Anyway, seeing as the Slug is considered a tactical genius capable of functioning as an even more immovable tank than Blob, while bringing tons of team buffs and utility via strategic insight, I think he'd make for a powerhouse character in any game mode. Next up at number 4, the Walrus. Hubert Carpenter, aka the Walrus, is a ferocious supervillain who first appeared in an issue of The Defenders as a foe of Spider-Man. While most supervillains are interested in stealing money or taking over the world, the Walrus is content with mindless property damage. He has stated his belief that he could be, quote, the best mass destructionist in the world, and rightly so. He's actually been mutagenically altered by his uncle with Walrus DNA, granting him, quote, proportionate speed, strength, and agility to that of a walrus. We haven't seen a true measure of the extent of his destructive capabilities, as he most recently was knocked out by Spider-Man after being flicked by his index finger in the forehead. However, I think a character with a focus on destroying environments would make an excellent addition to Marvel Strike Force. Considering the recent rumors surrounding room upgrades coming to Alliance War, I think a character with bonuses towards destroying those rooms would be a welcome addition to any roster. Coming in at number 3, Ice Cream. The only mutant to make this list, Ice Cream, whose real name is unknown, is a mutant supervillain so powerful that his mere detection overloaded Cerebro and knocked out Charles Xavier. He successfully infiltrated the X-Mansion, even gaining access to their Danger Room control room thanks to his unique mutant adaptation. His ability to transform himself into any flavor of ice cream, including Banana Split. Using an unstable molecule chest refrigeration unit, Ice Cream can regulate his temperature and melt, effectively being able to ooze into any cracks and crevices. Given that Ice Cream can transform into any flavor of ice cream that he desires, it would only make sense that he would be an incredibly adaptable character in Marvel Strike Force, being able to synergize with nearly any character. And given that he can transform into ice cream on a whim, it would also make sense for him to be quite resistant to most forms of physical damage. He would also make an excellent hard counter for presumably diabetic characters like Blob and Kingpin. Coming in at number 2, Hellcat. Bessie, better known as Hellcat, debuted in Giant Size Man-Thing number 5, which also happens to be my nickname. Once merely a domesticated cow, Bessie found herself the unfortunate victim of none other than Dracula. After being reborn as the undead bovine now known as Hellcat, she found herself fighting against legends like Howard the Duck, as well as fighting alongside legendary heroes like Deadpool. The main reason I suspect Hellcat hasn't already been added to Marvel Strike Force is due to an incredibly overloaded set of powers and abilities that would be impossible to capture without creating major imbalance. Hellcat possesses, among other things, the powers of immortality, vampirism, shape-shifting, flight, and super bovine strength and agility. She also has the ability to disappear into nothingness by taking up the form of a gas. I'd really love to see Hellcat come to MSF because her power set is just plain OP, and I think I speak for all players when I say that if there's one thing we need even more than a new god tier character, it's someone with proper synergy with Deadpool. And finally, coming in at number 1, Armless Tiger Man. Formerly known as Gustav Hertz, Armless Tiger Man is objectively the most badass character in the entire Marvel repertoire. Following a tragic factory accident resulting in the loss of both of his arms, Hertz trained hard to become an incredibly fearsome warrior using only his feet. In addition to sharpening his toenails into claws and honing his teeth into fangs, he also developed the ability to wield items with his feet, as you can see here in this image of him swinging a hammer held between his toes. Oh, and did I mention he's a goddamn cannibal? In addition to sporting one of the sweetest comb-overs to ever grace any form of media, Armless Tiger Man sports an impressive supervillain rap sheet, having previously worked for both the Gestapo and Red Skull, and is described as agile, strong, terrifying, and a goddamn cannibal. While there are many compelling reasons to bring Armless Tiger Man to Marvel Strike Force, I think above all else, players would really enjoy having a way to kick one another in the dick. So there you have it, my list of the top 5 characters I keep asking the devs for. Honorable mentions include NFL Super Pro, a hero with an indestructible football uniform and a penchant for tackling the shit out of people. Bird Brain, a mutant with a language too simplistic to understand who can't be out in public because he immediately eats any food he sees. And Billy Ray Cyrus, a multi-platinum selling recording artist and world-famous sex icon best known for laying pipe. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe, or Armless Tiger Man will kick you in the dick and then chew on your face. If you're among the 2% of my audience that identifies as female, I have it on good authority that Armless Tiger Man is actually a renowned gentleman and you have nothing to worry about, but please consider liking and subscribing nonetheless. Lastly, anyone is welcome to join my Discord server, which is discord.gg/HowardTheDuck, where we have blitz predictions, infographics, videos, data mines, content creator Q&A, and more. Thank you guys very much for checking out this video, and I will see you guys real soon. Until then, peace!
I don't get it. He looks so good and like human-like in the first picture, and the second one he's just a goblin.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Got legendary eyebrows though.
Oh yeah, that's mean.
But he'll chew your face off.
What does he do? Like, does he just eat people?
Let me show you his most impressive feat. He can fucking tunnel.
With what? His teeth. He's a diglet.
He's a diglet. Yes. Essentially, yes. A diglet that'll kick you in the dick and then chew on your face.
What the fuck?
But there's one that almost made my list, but didn't quite. And that is possibly the greatest Marvel hero of all time, Billy Ray Cyrus.
What? I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't this.
Yeah, it's Billy Ray Cyrus.
I was like, he's gonna come up with some dumb superhero. No, Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yeah, the guy from the Marvel comics.
Yep, all he's known for.
I heard that they started working on him, and his ultimate is he summons Miley Cyrus, and she comes in like a wrecking ball.
That was poor.
Sorry.